Welcome back, guys. Today we're doing a couple things to Pegasus. I know it's been a while, bear with me. This will probably actually be the last video I do with just my GoPro. I'm actually in the process of buying some better camera equipment, so I'll be getting some better footage, better angles for y'all. But thank you so much for staying patient with me. Anyways, today on Pegasus we are going to be installing the 355 gear kit and the one-piece drive shaft by Ford Performance. Pretty excited to see what's going to happen and feel the difference from the stock drive shaft versus the aftermarket Ford Performance drive shaft. A couple things about the drive shaft is it's a lot lighter. It's a one-piece design versus a two-piece design, which means it's going to be a lot lighter and also more efficient. The car is going to have a quicker rev time on it, and it also gets you down the line quicker. And then you couple that with the 355 gears, and that gives you even better low-end torque and better times at the track, the street, wherever you're racing at. So I'm pretty excited to get this install done. I got my boys over here at Forbidden Rides getting me souped up, ready to go. My boy Rob down here getting Pegasus jacked up.
Yes, sir.
So we can't just put Pegasus on the lift. It's actually a process because I lowered the car on the coilovers, and I think I have about 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch drop on them with an offset. Front end's lower than the back end to give it that mean stance. And I also just put on my Indy. I'm gonna go over here because the fan's kind of loud. I also just put on the Firehawk Indy 500s on the back end. So I got my regular rims back on Pegasus for right now. Those Firehawks. Did some research. I heard they were pretty good street tires. So I'm gonna test them out and see how they stand up to the 355 gears with the one-piece drive shaft. All that new low-end torque, I'm gonna need a lot of grip. So we got Pegasus in the air. Just to give you guys a visual of what we're doing today, we're gonna change out the one-piece drive shaft. That's this part right up here that you're looking at, one-piece drive shaft. So this drive shaft goes from here all the way down to the differential back here. Now this is a stock two-piece design, and you can see right here where the two pieces are connected, and this is actually the weak spot. So by going with the one-piece drive shaft, you get a couple of benefits. Number one, it's going to be a whole lot more sturdier than the two-piece drive shaft. Number two, you're going to get a lighter rotational mass going with the one-piece drive shaft because it's going to be a lighter drive shaft. And then also, because it's a lighter drive shaft, you're gonna rev up a whole lot faster. So you'll get off the line a whole lot quicker. You get a lot more low-end torque, and also it can handle more power. Once again, I'm going with the Ford Performance one-piece drive shaft. Also, Driveshaft shop sells drive shafts on American Muscle. I got my Ford Performance drive shaft from American Muscle, but the one from the Driveshaft shop is made to order. So have that in mind if you decide to go with the Driveshaft shop drive shaft. Okay, it's going to be a wait time on that. I didn't have time to wait. I decided to go ahead and do the Ford Performance one-piece drive shaft for now, and then later on when I add more power, I'm going to go with a carbon fiber one-piece drive shaft. My boy Rob here at Forgotten Rides doing the install with my boy Jimmy. They just working on taking off the back end of the suspension right now, the sway bar, so they can get access to the differential. And pretty much what's going on my differential right here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's leaking fluid. So I'm killing two birds in one stone today. It's leaking fluid from, it looks like that pinion seal right there, and it's dripping all the way back on the diff. And you can just see how it's drenched in oil and fluid right there. It's just terrible. So because it's leaking, I decided, well, since we're already going in it, why not go with bigger gears? So we're going with the 355 gears, and since we're already doing that and dropping it down, why not switch out the drive shaft? So 355 gears, I went with the kit. And if you buy the kit, I do recommend you buy the extra shims just to be safe. That way you don't get the freaking gears and then you have to wait for more shims. I read some reviews, and sometimes the shims that come with the kit is not enough, so I played it safe and ordered extra shims. All right, Rob, so what we got going on right now, man?
All right, we're going to be removing the pan hard bar. and sway bar. That way we
Okay.
got plenty of clearance to get when we get the diff cover off, get the gear and pinion and everything else out. All your ring and everything.
So, like you said, the panhard bar, which is right here, and then the sway bar, which is right here. We're gonna remove those so we have access to the diff. Get the old gears out, get everything cleaned up, looking good, put back together.
I have a new seal up in it today, new bearings, everything, new bearing races, new drive shaft, you got safety loop, right?
Yeah.
Alright, get all that installed.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to use the stock safety loop for now because it didn't show up yet.
Okay.
So later on, I'll swing back by and we'll put the other safety loop on it.
That'll work. That'll work.
Hopefully that stock one still like clears and catches or whatever. All right, guys. So we have yet again made another discovery. I want to show you guys something. Notice how this wheel here spins freely like it's supposed to do. However, when we come over to the the driver's side, and we try to spin this wheel, we get no love. So what that tells me is I got a caliper sticking. It's always something. It's always something. Little update, now we have the rear brakes off, the rear wheels off, and the rotors, so it can get access to the axles. Working on getting the spindles off first right now.
There we go.
Just dropped the lower sway bar, the rear sway bar and what have you. Making some progress back there.
Yeah, thank you. Let me get a scraper real quick.
Now they're getting ready to loosen up the diff cover and let out the differential fluid, let it drain down, get it all drained out before we get inside of it. All right, now they got most of the bolts off the diff cover, getting ready to drain all that diff fluid so that we can get access to the gears and all the guts inside that differential.
Oh yeah.
Getting them guts.
Hey boys. Yeah.
All right, here we go. There she blows.
All over the place.
Ooh. Definitely time though. That's 7-year-old differential oil you're looking at, gear oil you're looking at right there. Ugh, that stuff stank too. Looks like it's taking a crap. You know that?
She got the runs.
You know, yeah. Got the runs, man. Woo.
It's alright, she got some good stuff in her hand a little bit.
It's gonna be nice and clean when we done with it. Look at all that oil blow by in there. Let me see if I can get my light on. Okay, Google, turn on my flashlight.
Turning flashlight on.
Look at all that oil.
What's
blow
Google
by.
to the use, huh?
Oh yeah. Got it, might as well use it, huh?
That's right.
Haul it out of there.
Not all shavings or anything. It's pretty damn clean, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good to say I was losing a lot of fluid. Ain't too bad.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, man, that's that Ford tough.
Well, you got your flashlight on, so.
Where you need me at? Right there. Just marking off. Gonna punch that bad boy.
Oh, you know what? I'll do 2 right there. And then we just. Okay. 1, 2.
All right. Just marking that bad boy off so we know where to put everything back once we get it hooked back up. Just a little punch right there. Nothing too big, nothing too noticeable. Just visible to do the work. All right, so the 355 gear kit that I bought, I went ahead and ordered from LMR, Late Model Restoration. For those of you guys that don't know them, go check them out. They got a lot of good stuff. And I also bought a super shim kit to go with it, just in case we needed some extra shims when he mic'd it. This kit also comes with 2 bottles of gear oil. Comes with the Royal Purple Max Gear 75W 140 weight. I went ahead and bought 2 extra ones because also on the reviews people talked about how they needed more gear oil, so I was productive about it. And anytime you're doing mods, guys, that's something you're gonna want to do, is be productive about that when you're ordering stuff. So in here we got all the other pieces. Let's see what's up in this bad boy. Boom. All the pinions and races and all that, the gasket maker, everything we need in that bad boy right there, the nut. And then in this is the holy grail right here. We got some Ford Performance friction modifier. Make sure you use that when you do the gears, just in case you guys decide to buy the gears separately and piece together the kit. Definitely make sure you got that Ford friction modifier. You're gonna need that. Got my boy Rob over here micing everything off. See what kind of measurements we're gonna need. Make sure you mic everything, guys, so when you put everything back, it fits right how it should. I definitely recommend you take this to a shop. If this is your first time doing this, definitely check out Forgotten Rides, because they do a good job.
Appreciate it, brother.
He's being thorough with it, taking his time, making sure everything's done professionally. My boy Jimmy over here doing his thing.
Yeah, buddy.
I really appreciate these guys for coming through for me and also letting me record. So if you're a YouTuber, definitely this is the shop to be. They're gonna let you record whatever you want, get a lot of hands-on and see what's going on with your whip. That's very important and crucial for me.
8.5, 9 thousandths.
We have discovered the freaking Holy Grail, guys. So turns out I got 373s in this bad boy already.
Yeah, see, I already upgraded.
Oh, that's crazy. So stock, this car had 315s, but somebody already beefed it up and put the 373s in there, man. Look at that, blessing in disguise, man. So I guess, guys, I got 355 gears for sale.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, in any other shop, they probably would have just been changed it up and kept it.
Yeah, right?
Ain't no use in downgrading.
That is a blessing.
Yes, sir, it is.
After I bought the 355s, I did want 373s, and I'm glad to see that, boom, they're already in there.
Send me a pinion seal.
So after good news discovering I already got 373 gears, we're gonna go ahead and start disassembling the drive shaft. Jimmy's working on the rear end part of the drive shaft, getting those bolts off. Gonna take it off one piece at a time so we don't lose any transmission fluid in the process. But man, I can't freaking wait to see what this thing is gonna be like, especially after I get those calipers fixed on the front end. This is gonna be amazing. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. Look at that old drive shaft, man. It's bulky, clunky, and just, whew. Glad this thing coming out. So we got the seal out. You guys really can't tell on camera, but the seal is actually warped. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the seal. Goes right up in there, and we'll get the new one put in, get everything put back together after we clean it down, fill it up with fluid, and we'll be ready to roll after we install the one-piece drive shaft. Getting everything cleaned up in that bad boy. Got Dr. Rob.
Yes, sir.
With the precise cleaning precision.
I don't know about all that, but we tried. We're gonna try to get it all cleaned up. All the junk off there.
Man, that bad boy was dirty.
Yeah, she was.
Jeez. Oh yeah, Pegasus told me to tell you he's a guy. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to put in that new seal, and as you look at this seal, you can see the difference. You see on this back end there's a spring on that seal. On the old seal, the spring is completely gone on that seal. So you know, that's one of the things, one of the key differences there, and how we knew that seal was definitely out of there. So anyways, we're getting ready to install that bad boy, get everything going. Get it tapped on there, a little tappy with that mallet. No, you're good. and then we'll be moving on to the next thing.
Now, the seals all in.
Got that new seal pressed in there. Oh yeah. Should definitely stop the leak. Little tappy tappy.
Let's have it happen. Nothing big, just nice and easy.
Tapping that bad boy back in there.
Thread locker on there.
Put some thread locker on that nut.
You want to do.
Yeah. So we got the diff
Trust
cover.
all this advice and work everything.
Yeah. We got the diff cover RTD put back on. We got the front side put back in. We got the crush put back in. Torque down right. Just gonna clean up this rear axle a little bit more, and then we'll get ready on the install after we put the fluid back in the diff. And yeah, we're gonna be ready.
Driveshaft back in.
Getting those nuts tight on that diff cover. Fill it up with some fluid. This baby definitely gonna shift a whole lot better with a proper amount of fluid in it. I've been leaking forever. I think it's been leaking since I had this car, man.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I mean, when I got my first oil change, we saw all the blow by. So it's probably been leaking for like 2 years now that I know of. You know how much fluid that is?
That's a lot. How much came out of it?
A lot
Actually,
still.
quite a bit,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
It was, I guess it was a real slow leak. But it's
Yeah.
definitely significant over that amount of
It
time.
wasn't the fast.
Man, dude, look at all that buildup. And this is after him cleaning it up. Like, just look at all that blow by from all that oil. Just to give you guys an idea of the severity of that buildup, we're gonna take a look at the clean side over here. Look how much cleaner that is. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Looks like black icing. Anybody want some chocolate cake?
Well, not only that, like your coils right up here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't all caked in this stuff. So
Well, those are recently put on, so that's the only reason
that's
they
a
aren't
good thing.
caked. Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been covered all in this, man.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. We'll get it all off. They're all cleaned up.
We got the sway bar links put back on, just working on tightening everything up. Got the panhard bar back on and tightened up, so panhard bar is good. Yeah. So we got the panhard bar there. Got it all tightened up. Got our sway bar links put back on. Just got to tighten those bad boys down there and there, and then also here. Getting that drive shaft taken out. That bad boy loose. We might be able to slip it out without even having to take off the exhaust.
Maybe.
We're gonna see. Hopefully we luck up. Rob's working on taking the bolts out. Oh, shoot. Watch that bolt right there. Yeah, probably should have took that safety loop bracket off. Got that bad boy right out the back. How heavy does it feel?
Heavy.
Definitely heavy. So there you have it. The stock two-piece drive shaft is finito, out of the way, baby.
Yeah,
There
buddy.
go that new boy right there. Oh yeah. That's what we want to see. One-piece drive shaft.
I'm going to a knife.
We got that new bad boy in there. Oh, look at that. We lucked up. We didn't have to drop the exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. That bad
Be up
boy.
on that. You got to look.
All right, now we got the one-piece drive shaft in. All we got to do is torque it down to the right specs. Torque the back. The back is 41 foot-pounds of torque, and the front is 76 foot-pounds of torque. So just getting everything torqued down on the one-piece drive shaft,
It's
and
so
that good
pretty.
boy is gonna be good to go. Yeah, a whole lot better than that old factory drive shaft, man.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
sure
that.
is.
Look at that aluminum. Woo.
A lot lighter.
Oh yeah. I think I shaved off about 10 pounds or so on the drive shaft. I weighed this one on my scale at home. It was about 23 pounds. They say the stock is 38, so that's about 15. But I'm gonna weigh mine when I get home just to be
So you're saying, Fat Boy, going through a little bit of gin.
All right, man. We got the drive shaft put in. We got the diff drained and refilled and cleaned up. Tighten down the motor mount a little bit. We're gonna give it a test drive and see what it feels like. And now that I know I have 373 gears in here, I had to reprogram the computer to 373. So we're gonna see how it revs up.